doing what I do, let me introduce our guest, guys. He goes by the name of Godface, and my man is coming out of Oakland, California. And I got a few questions to ask for him, man. Welcome to the platform, man. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, sir. Doing absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come out here and be on this platform and first of all, just getting at me on some real business stuff, man. And we're gonna get into that. But thank you. You know, I like to tell people all of that all the time. Thank you. I am appreciative for what you're doing. So all right, guys, let's get into it. Where the name Godface come from? You know what, guys? I am a heterosexual male. I have no problem giving a male another male compliments on his looks, and I have no problem with that. So with that being said, I see, you know, where the concept comes from, but where did Godface come from? Break that down for me.
I appreciate that, sir. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Bubble Podcast. We on this thing. It's official, man.
Yeah.
I had to get at you. You know what I mean? Because the way you was moving, you know, it was an inspiration, man, to any artists out there, man. Go ahead and start networking, jump in those DMs. It's gonna benefit you.
Absolutely.
I want to say that. So
Thank you.
Appreciate you for doing this. You know,
Yeah.
that's number one.
Absolutely, bro.
Godface, yeah, that was a transformation for me. That was huge. Basically, I came with the name first because I thought it was just aggressive, and I thought it was just, you know, a catcher that's gonna make you say, well, you know, why?
Why exactly?
You know what I'm
Yeah. Go ahead. I hear you.
Maybe even make you want to listen to the music even more. And you know, just incorporating the title God or the nature God, you feel me? That was important for me because that had a lot to do with my transformation. So, but as I began to really wear the name,
Mm-hmm.
I realized what the acronyms were for it, and it was um, greatness on display forever after conscious elevation.
It was something like that. I think you had sent me a DM saying that, and that's what's up, bro. So go ahead. Okay, so the acronym. So the acronym comes from that you are really just trying to expose the inner greatness in yourself, basically,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with calling yourself a god because you know everybody does it. You know, it's not sacrilege. It's just
It's part
this
of
how
the
I
hip hop
feel.
foundation, you know.
This is how I feel, man.
Everybody should have that, and I think in a lot of aspects, a lot of people do. But it's like when you come out and say it, it's like Muhammad Ali ish. It's kind of like, well, you know, what gives you the why would you do that? Like, no, you're
Yeah,
not, you know.
yeah.
But you know, hey, you know, we all have to deal with each other's different points of perspective and be able to live and still be harmonious.
That's what's up, man. So I like the Godface thing. So then I noticed on Instagram, right? You have 4,400 behind Godface.
True.
And then I'm going to get into another part, guys, as far as like part of his name or something. You know, like everybody, like artists, we like to do the parentheses like I do, the realist and stuff like that. So we're going to get into another part of his name. So I'm just trying to break down who this guy is that was up here talking to his guys. So 4,400, is
Right.
that like, because I'm from Oakland, so
Sure
is
Most definitely.
is that 44th or is
Oh
that
no.
okay?
Yeah, definitely no.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody that rep that fofo.
Yeah.
You know,
I
in the
mean,
town.
everybody. Yeah. I mean, hey,
You
it's
know?
nothing against it. You know, I'm
Not
just
at
trying
all.
to. Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But
Where 4,400
it,
come from?
it really was just a inspiration that I got from I consider a master teacher, Blue Pill. He's like a super scientist. He's a super genius in his own right, and he really broke down the law of 44 for me
Mm-hmm.
in an aspect to where I grasped it. I seen it for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was just a lot of confirmation involved. You know, all the way up into Jay Z's 444, and then it was a whole host and a litany of other things. And so I just recognized the power behind it. A lot of 44 resonators when you use I think it's gematria, or
Oh, I
forget
know what you're talking about, the numbers
the
where
number
where
codes.
yeah, where you learn what the
Yep.
numbers are. So I hear you. I'm
Yeah.
following you, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So it
It's I
was
think it's gematria.
yeah, gematria, I
Yeah, yeah.
believe. So it just was to amplify the frequency of my name and make sure it was associated with something. Because you
That's
got to
dope.
do that on Instagram. Like you can't just have, you feel me?
Just a regular ass name.
I mean, it made it hard. It was like somebody already using this.
Hey, that's what I wanted to
So
talk to you about too. I saw, I was looking you up today, right before I
yeah,
did the interviews, right? I do this
yeah.
every interview. I look them up and I do some history because I got to know what the hell I'm talking about up here, guys. So,
True.
I did see a lot of God faces, and that's why
True.
I'm asking you to break down each part of it.
Believe
So,
that.
so
Believe
I,
that.
I love that the gematria part of the 4400 because
Yeah.
me, like again, guys, I'm from the town. Somebody say 4400, I'm thinking you from the 44th or something. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep it
Definitely.
solid, but
No, I believe that.
okay. See, that's why I love this, guys. I love this platform. We bring it up here. My man up here, he's showing y'all the energy, and I love it. I love it. Okay, now it's another part of his name, and we're gonna get into who he is as an individual. Now, you said spiritual gangster
True.
on your profile.
This is
All
true.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't understand. I be in your I'm in there. I'm in your DMs, man. I'm not playing. I'm in your DM, I'm in your profile, I'm everywhere. So spiritual gangster. Break that down for us, bud, please.
No, for sure. I think gangster has a negative connotation to it, due to the fact of the lack of the um, team aspect of the organizational aspect of it, right? And then the purpose behind it is just kind of frivolous at this point, and anybody's able to call themselves a gangster. But in reality, it's really going up against the system is what makes you a gangster,
Absolutely.
right? In an organized way for the benefit of others around you, not in a destructional way.
I like that.
So I felt like it was important to be just as hard about that as anybody is hard about whatever it is that they feel they want to be hard for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hard about divinity. I'm hard about my yacht and learning the true history of the Holy Trinity and things of that nature. So I felt like it was important to let people know from the jump I'm serious about that.
Right, absolutely. And I like that, man. And that's why I'm asking you to break that down because the name
True.
means a lot, bro.
True.
I mean, people get the impression from your name first.
True.
And so I like that. So are you a spiritual artist or are you more of a worldly artist or are you a little bit
True.
of both or
Facts,
what?
I'm a everything. Yeah, I'm really not even no genre or no specific. Like I guess you could say conscious rap,
Mhm.
right? But then a lot of conscious rappers will say I wasn't because I incorporate things that I've experienced in other music that I enjoy, like Too Short and Mac Dre,
Right,
and things like that. So
right,
we're gonna have fun
right.
while we learn, you know.
And, I'm glad you brought up that Too Short and Mac Dre because that's leading into my next question here. I noticed in your latest release, and we're gonna get into that in a minute, guys. You know, I like to yap about who the artist is that's up here. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to cram that in right quick, and then we're gonna get into the music. So I noticed with your latest release, it's got a soulful sound to it, right? But I noticed you said Mac Dre and all of that stuff. So are you trying to do something different in this project, or has that soulful artist always been in you?
Yeah, I used to sing in the choir when I was little,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to be a singer when I was like 3, 4, 5, you know,
Okay.
at church and stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was actually pretty good at it. And I always knew I had a spark of inner being an entertainer of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, I'm sorry, what did you ask me again?
I was saying that the soulful,
Oh yeah,
the
right,
soulful part of
right,
the art, the track that you got out now, right? That
exactly,
you're pushing now.
right.
Is that
yeah.
like what you usually do, or is that
Not at all.
that's a change, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like getting back
Because
to
I
the
heard a couple of
basics.
your songs back in the days, and I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to get into a few of his old tracks, but
For
we're
sure.
getting into what he got out now, guys. So
No,
as
for
far as
sure.
the soulful part,
Right.
where did that really come from? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How did that?
Yeah.
Where did the inspiration for that come from?
Yeah, that was exactly that foundation of being
In the church?
incorporating that holy gospel choirish, but also the R&B and the early love LL Cool J,
A little bit of hood.
Ja Rule,
Yeah.
like that was
Yeah,
what I wouldn't say we missing because it's there.
we missing it. It's not there. It's not there.
Yeah, so
But
I
yeah, go
decided to
ahead.
make sure we got it. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
I respect that. I
Yeah.
respect that. I respect that. So as far as like, I noticed your Instagram numbers, right? Let's get into your Instagram profile.
Sure
I know
did.
that your Instagram numbers. I don't mean to be going a little bit fast here, guys. But we started a little late, but I'm still trying to keep it professional, and my man is doing a great job. So you guys, man, just bear with us. So I know your Instagram numbers are a little bit low.
Right.
Now, is that because you don't use the platform, or you're just not engaging with the platform? Or, I mean, could you break that down for me? Because a lot of people misjudge Instagram.
True.
Instagram go hard. That's how I met you. That's how we met each other, right?
Yes,
That's how we
indeed.
here right now.
Exactly.
So that's why I ask these questions, guys. It's like, why it's not a punch or a jab, and I'm just asking you.
Yeah.
Do you use other platforms, or
Right.
is Instagram just like,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? What is
Right.
it? What's going on?
I mean, I love Instagram. I love my followers that I have now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool. Like, I love them. Like, for real, it's about 300 or something. And I really try to engage with them as much as possible.
Absolutely.
I also try to do ads to bring in others, but I don't get outrageous with it. I keep it in perspective because my goals is different. I got a message, and it's not gonna always hit home with certain people, but I try to do my best to put it in as many people that deserve to hear it. So
Yeah.
hopefully, those numbers will increase.
Well, I mean, I like Instagram. You know what I mean? And if people follow the Bubble podcast, like I hope you do, y'all understand that I'm pumping all artists on Instagram, right? Because Instagram is underrated right now. So that's why I asked that question.
For sure.
Because I again, guys, I don't be trying to have people up in here with 35,000 followers and all of these pumped up numbers. I want to have real people coming in here talking to y'all. And that's why this platform is here, because I want y'all to see, again, real people out here doing it, like you. They trying to, if you're trying to do it, this is how you do this. So I also see now that you are actively pushing. Let's get into your music. I see that you are actively pushing this new single, Mutual.
True indeed.
Okay. Why are you going so hard right now with this one? I noticed that you also have a few more songs in the past.
I did.
Right? And I did a little bit of numbers check on that too, y'all. And we're going to get into that in later interviews. But you know what I mean? I did a numbers check on that, and I see that you going harder right now, and this just dropped a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So what are you doing different now that you did back when you first started?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's trial and error, really.
Yeah.
Each track, I think I got 5 so far since I got serious,
Yeah.
And just really learning, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, and really applying myself, staying disciplined to what I have written down. You try to pre-plan things, and then you try to scratch off as many things and get as many things as accomplished as you wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some things don't work out. You got to make some adjustments.
Yep.
And I think for this project, I was able to scratch off more things than I did on the last one.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
So what is the motivation to get further in life every time you make another project, bro? Because it's difficult to do this in life, man.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to make music or pursue your passion or do anything with life especially today in time, right? So